that it's not only important to worship Jesus, but it's also important to follow him and to learn new things about him.
My favorite part of camp was probably on the vlog because it's always just so much fun. It was my favorite last year too.
We found the chocolate monkey. It was kind of all of us, but Ava went and grabbed it. Yeah.
How long have we been searching? I have been searching the most, but I've been searching for like 3 hours.
Where all the areres? I mean, we've got everywhere.
Yeah, we got everywhere.
Anywhere you can look at people dining.
We felt happy.
We felt excited.
So happy.
I think we definitely. Yes. We've got a pretty strong chance.
Yeah.
This week I think I got a lot closer to God and learned a lot more about him, and I think it's interesting to learn more about Jesus' childhood and everything Mary did to raise him, and yeah.
So this week we went through the story of Mary, and I don't think anybody has quite the unique perspective that Mary does on the life of Jesus, at least as far as how intimate her relationship with him being his mother. And so we kind of used Mary as a lens to see different aspects of who Jesus was. One of those being that Mary was favored by God, and so we explored kind of what that means and what that does for your identity deep down. And out of that favor comes courage, and we kind of talked about how courage is not the absence of fear, but doing what's right even in the presence of fear. And we saw that in the life of Mary, and again, reflects that in the life of Jesus, who was took the most courageous steps imaginable for us. And on the third night, we talked about what it means not just to live in that favor and adore God, but to actually see ourselves like following him, doing his ways, living the way he did, loving the poor, feeding the hungry. So not just adore him, but to follow him. And then with that, we also talked about that in this journey, life kind of happens, and that there's joy and there's sorrow in life, and they kind of go hand in hand, but God is with us. And we really focused on the idea, just like when Jesus was with Lazarus and he wept, knowing he was going to raise him back from the dead, that I think Jesus is showing us that when we cry, that God cries with us. And so then we walk through all of that, all these incredible aspects of who Mary is, and her courage and her favor and her followership, and we saw that all of that is really reflected in Jesus, and that ultimately he is the one, and he's the one that we trust our life to in all these aspects of our lives.